Welcome all, and welcome Mr. Barry Peatling to the Barry Peatling Sports Show.
And welcome to you, Colin Sutcliffe, and all my interstate and overseas viewers. It's a pretty cold, wet day in Chelsea. 20 degrees this day, about 8 today.
Got a bit of a spring in your step today, Barry.
Tight and mighty tigers. I'll be talking about that later, but yeah, it was extraordinary effort to this Richmond Football Club side to get in the 8.
9 wins in a row.
And still going.
Still going. Now, talking about Richmond,
yes, I
best
found
and
that.
fairest for the under-19s.
Yeah, I put this little camera on there.
I can't. No, it's too bright. Too bright. That's better.
As long as you can see, so the viewers.
We've got the best and fairest winners, 9 to under-19s, won by Barry Peatling, 1959, presented by Maury Fleming.
We've got
the tray, the silver tray.
I tried to sell that about 20 years ago.
A little bit of me there.
Thank God I didn't. It was a very good trophy, that. Stainless steel.
I can conduct the interview here with you shining in the. And what did he say? What did Murray Field say? Fleming?
I never forget when I got up in the Richmond Town Hall stage. There's a big crowd there, Colin. There's full of females around, running around. He said, everybody in the support. He said, this fella here, Barry Peatling, you're going to see a lot more of him next year.
He's going to go far.
And I never didn't make the list. And but I asked him to come back the following year, but it was a bit of a letdown. But anyway, that was a big thing.
Just to get on something a bit more positive, we have a little article here. Terrible twins will not play with Rapunyip.
Yeah, that's why I left for Rapunyip in 1966, I think it was. That was a bit of a headline when I was leaving.
Well, were you terrible because you're no good?
I called us a terrible twin.
Because you used to terrorise people.
Well, I wasn't backward and coming forward, put it that way.
Yeah, so there's
no one sort of stood over me in the football ground, I'll tell you now.
Another article in the plethora of articles.
What else did I say? He said I was the best rover, yeah.
Says you're the best rover in the league, in the Women's League, transferred, you went to Shepparton, Lemnos.
Yeah, I got offered more money over in Shepparton.
Very good.
That was a nice little snippet from way back on.
Well, enough of that. Let's get into
the heavy stuff, yeah.
Best and Fairest Awards.
Yes.
This is the the Barry Peatling annual Best and Fairest Awards.
Yep.
For Chelsea Football
Club. And all these votes have been scrutinised, just got them out the vault.
Out the vaults, we had two guys from Armagard bring in the suitcase.
They did bring it in about half an hour ago, so everything's all hokey-dokey.
Let's get into the count.
Yep.
Best and fairest count, Barry. And you've got it for me to say.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chelsea versus EDS. We have 1 vote, Hudson Thomas. 2 votes, Todd Gardner. 2 goals, Todd Gardner.
1 vote to Thomas, 2 votes to Toddy Gardner.
And 3 votes, Jackson Arthur.
Jackson Arthur, well done.
Very good. So you're here tallying up the scoreboard. Chelsea versus Seaford, round 2. We had the votes were 1 vote, Jackson Arthur.
Jacko Arthur, he did start pretty well, yeah.
2 votes, Matty Baxter.
Yeah.
And 3 votes, T. Gardner.
Right, there's be 1 or 2 more of them coming up, I'd say.
So.
Or 4 or 5 or 6. Right.
Round 3, Chelsea versus the Pines.
Yeah.
That's at our home ground. 1 vote, Brad Clark.
Bradley Clark, yeah, that's his first vote.
2 votes, Greeley.
Well, Jake Greeley, that's right, he come back from Frankston, that's right, yeah, forgot all about him.
There we go, he's making the votes. And 3 votes, T. Gardner.
There we go.
There we go. Round 4, Chelsea versus Langwarrin. 1 vote, B. Clark.
Yep.
2 votes, Bywaters.
He got a vote before he got the flick there.
3 votes, T. Gardner.
Oh, that's 3 out of 4.
So it looks like we've got an early leader. Round 5, Chelsea versus Mount Eliza. 1 vote, J. Arthur.
He polled pretty well earlier, Jackson Arthur.
2 votes, B. Clark.
Yep.
And 3 votes, T. Graham.
Oh, Travis Graham, that's right. He got a couple of bad injuries. Graham.
So we can safely rule he'll be ruled out.
Oh, he'll be ruled out, but he can poll pretty well early doors.
Chelsea versus Mornington, round 6. 1 vote, Travis Graham.
Yep.
2 votes, B. Clark. And 3 votes, T. Gardner.
He's a freak, man, I think.
We'll do a quick tally up. after round 6?
It's going to be
Alright, so we've got T. Gardner with a slight lead. Round 7, Chelsea versus Coringle. Let's have a look at the votes. 1 vote, B. Clark.
Bradley Clark polled very well, I'll tell you now.
2 votes, 2-2 Fear.
2-2.
And 3 votes, it's got here, note, without a doubt, best on the ground, 30 possessions, J. Attard.
Jaden Attard, yes, he was sort of hot and cold, Jaden. He pretty ordinary early, but later in the season he come good. He come good in the later part of the season, which is a bit late, but never too.
Round 8, Chelsea versus YCW. Tough game. 1 vote, 2-2 Fear. 2 votes, T. Graham.
Yeah, you did poll well, Travis, early on.
3 votes, B. Clark.
Bradley Clark, I think Cuddy Garden might have been injured then.
Yeah, maybe, he's not featuring. Round 9, Chelsea versus Bonbeach. 1 vote, Jackson Arthur. 2 votes, T. Graham. And 3 votes, T. Gardner.
Yeah, he must have been out for 2 weeks. I think he might have a hamstring, that's right, he did have a hamstring.
Round 10, Chelsea versus Pines. 1 vote, 2-2 Fear.
1 vote, yeah.
2 votes, Daniel Ardsman.
Here he comes.
3 votes, T. Gardner. This is where Arsman made a little bit of a...
Well, that's when he started playing.
Popped up.
That was his first game.
Chelsea versus Seaford, round 11. 1 vote, T. Gardner. 2 votes, B. Clark. And 3 votes,
Daniel
Arsman.
Yep. Oh, he's a star, mate. Gotta be a star.
Round 12, Chelsea versus Edith Vale Aspendale. 1 vote, J. Clark. 2 votes, 2-2 Fear. And 3 votes, T. Gardner.
Oh, yes, a position, mate. He's a superstar.
Round 13, Chelsea versus Langwarren. 1 vote, B. Gardner.
Who?
B. Clark.
Sorry. Oh, B. Clark.
There we go, just testing you, Barry.
Yeah.
Stay sharp. 1 vote, B. Clark.
2
votes, D. Arsman. And 3 votes, T. Gardner. Looks like there's no doubt now who might win it.
It's a walk-up start, mate.
Chelsea versus Manaliza, round 14. 1 vote, D. Arsman. 2 votes, Toddy Gardner. 3 votes, B. Clark.
Yeah. The 3 of them, they just took over the last 6 rounds. Toddy Gardner, Bradley Clark and Daniel Larson.
Yeah.
It was a 3-horse race, mate.
Round 15, Chelsea versus Mornington. 1 vote, R. Lancaster.
Robbie Lancaster, well done, he kicked 4 goals that day.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a surprise, Robbie Lancaster. 2 votes, D. Arsman. 3 votes, T. Gardner. Round 16, Chelsea versus Coringle. 1 vote, M. Baxter.
I thought he might have polled a bit earlier. He won our goal. I think he was leading goal kicker, Matty Baxter. 25 goals, I reckon, roughly.
2 votes, Daniel Arsman.
Daniel Arsman, he's polled the first 6 games. He polled in his first 6 games.
Yep.
Unreal.
3 votes, T. Gardner. Chelsea versus YCW, round 17. 1 vote, Arsman.
Yep.
2 votes, Jaden Attard.
You got a couple of nice games in that season.
And did I say 3 votes?
No.
T. Gardner.
Something different.
Last game of the round, Chelsea versus Bonbeach. Votes, 1 vote, Daniel Arsman. 2 votes, Jaden Attard. And 3 votes, T. Gardner.
Well, it's like I thought it would be a bit of a walk up the start for Toddy to win this, but...
So we'll just calculate the votes and then we'll announce.
Make
the announcement. So the Barry Peatling 2014 Chelsea Best and Fairest Award goes to...
You want the 3rd runner-up?
The 3rd place.
3rd place with 14 votes is Daniel Arsman. Extraordinary effort.
And second place.
Bradley Clark with 16 votes, who missed the last 3 games. Great effort.
And the winner.
Toddy Gardner, the little superstar, 38 votes. I reckon that's nearly a record since I've been following Chelsea.
He doesn't win the award down at the club. What will you do?
Well, I'll go and wreck it.
Go and smash it. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
I mean, if he doesn't win, that's the first. All the whoever's picking votes should go to have a good check-up in the mental asylum. Get their brains checked up.
Just so that's the award there, and you can make comments on that if you like.
Oh no, he was out that far ahead of everybody else. It was he won a game on his own, and we beat Mr. Coringle. 42 possessions, kicked 3 goals and gives 4 away. He practically won on his own. He's a little Toddy Gardner. You are a superstar, mate. Keep it up. We don't lose you.
Let's get into the Bonbeach versus Edithvale Aspinall game.
Yes, well...
conditions and the crowd.
Well, I'll say something about the ground and facilities in a minute too. That the ground was in perfect nick. Not a very good crowd, man. Not a very good crowd at all.
But small.
But the Frankston who runs a football group, looks after football ground, they want to smarten up. There was no time clock.
What?
No.
Very amateurish.
Scoreboard wasn't working.
Cheap.
And I was talking to Slate. He said, "What's going?" He said, "Oh, I probably had problems." I said, "Look, they've had 3 weeks to get this ground organised."
Could have had it at Chelsea.
It was a joke there, and the siren, little fellas, little those little horns pressing behind us at the stand.
That's a disgrace.
You're disgusting, though, Frank. So whoever run that football, organised that football final, ought to be locked up.
Give us the first half. What happened in the first half?
Yeah, it was a pretty good game to watch because I tipped Bonbeach to win it. But Cal McQueen, that fella is a star, mate.
Yeah.
He's only about 5'10", takes mark a day every second mark a day. Him and Foster started pretty well, and of course McDonald was just looking around and just checking out what's going on.
Yeah.
And but half time, it was where is it? Was my score here?
Score, please.
8-9 to 9-2.
Pretty close.
Oh wait, this is half time.
Yeah.
I can't even read my own writing here. No, 11-8. Beg your pardon. 11-8 Bonbeach to 9-2 EDS.
So pretty close.
They're extraordinary kicking. EDS 9-2. But Bonbeach could have sealed up with kicking badly.
They gave it away. So let's get into the second half.
Second half, then Bonbeach started to get their act together, but that Jared Garth, the full forward for EDS, he'll kick 100 goals next year. They couldn't stop him. Finished up with 6 goals.
Unstoppable.
But he was the only one kicking goals down there. But the Queen and McDonald and Sean Foster, who could be coming to Chelsea next year because his girlfriend is Stevie Gardner's daughter.
Oh, there you go.
I was talking down to Chelsea footy ground 2 weeks ago. I said, "What number do you want?" He said, "I don't know." Well, beautiful. But he didn't play that well on Saturday. But he's a very good footballer. But then McDonald started to be taken over, and he kicked 2. I'll say something about him later. But he wasn't so dynamic, but he was still very good. Him and McQueen, they kicked 11 goals between them.
All right.
And he gave away about 3, but the last quarter they just took over. They just EDS. I thought they'd be EDS because I reckon if they didn't have Garth, they would have been thrashed by 10 or 15 goals.
Final score.
The final score was a bit of a walkover at the finish. So it was 16-15 to EDS 12-8.
Well, about 5 goals, 30 points.
Well, they should have won. 16-15. They should have won by 10 or 12 goals. So they're out. EDS is out the finals, and I think they'll be playing next Sunday at Frankston YCW. Bonbeach will playing the loser of yesterday's game was Mornington whatever. No, Mornington beat Langwarrin. But it was a good game to watch. Apart from the stupid scoreboard and no
goal kickers.
The goal kicker for Bonbeach, Callum McQueen. God, he's a good footballer. He kicked 6 goals last year in the grand final when they got beaten. He kicked 5. McDonald kicked 4. And for EDS, Jared Garth kicked. He only had 7 possessions, Colin. He kicked 6-1.
Wow.
Big, strong fish if you take a mark.
Well, give us the group of best players then, Barry.
The best players not in order. Must mention Rebasini. I told you last year. He's a beautiful kicker. He was the best kicker of the football in the competition by far. Him, Callum McQueen, Mark Tyrrell, Jackson and Foster and McDonald.
Okay, votes. One vote.
Now I'll give you some EDS
okay,
players.
okay, fair enough.
Gareth by far is their best player. Stephen Mannix and Tim Mannix. I'll say something about Stephen Mannix later. Brad Gill and Brad Tagg, but apart from Garth, they were very ordinary.
One vote.
One vote to Callum McQueen.
Two votes.
Two votes to Jared Garth.
And three votes.
And three votes to Shane McDonald, 4 goals, and set up another 4. That last quarter he kicked 2. I'll say something about him later, but the last quarter he kicked against to win 2 goals, 250 metre goals.
Wow.
Pressure goals, mate.
Highlights, Barry.
Well, one of the highlights of the day was a goal.
One
of the highlights in the second quarter, Timmy Mannix, a very unattractive man with horrible long hair. It was flying past the pack, got hold of the ball about centre half forward and banged through a 60-metre goal of the day, mate. But he was not as exciting, or not big, didn't damage the Bonbeach like he did last year, but he's still a good footballer. Him and his brother, but they didn't dominate like they did last year in the grand final. But that goal he kicked, he was going 100 miles an hour, which went bang, 60 metres from centre half forward. But apart from that, there wasn't too many highlights, I don't think, apart from McDonald's classic exhibition of controlling a game without being dominating. He didn't, I mean, it was 27 possessions, which is not too bad.
No, not too shabby at all.
But the highlight, there was another one, I said something about McDonald's 2 goals in that last quarter, and one of the goals from Callum McQueen that sealed it, and they just walked away with it then. Yeah, so that was...
that's that game.
That was that game.
You'll be along to another game next week.
Well, probably...
Full report on the Richmond game as well.
Yes, the
Well, you'll be watching that live, 3:20.
It's another good omen here. Richmond in 1969, which I was there, the 1969 grand final. Richmond, where do you think they finished that year?
8th, or 5th, last.
4th. And everybody said they can't win. It was only 4th. It was a final
Top
4 then.
Right, yeah.
And they won the flag that year, being 4th, which is very unusual to win a grand final when you're in the 4th position.
Only 4.
And this could be another omen. We finished 8th, and we're in the final for next week.
Only 4 more wins and you're
that's a very good sort of what's the word?
Game.
No, I think
comeback.
Some sort of
record.
Very similar. It's
very
similar in a very similar situation this year, but to win. Oh, we were there. Philip PH and I were there today.
How good are they this year, though, Barry?
Look, I told you 12 weeks ago we'll finish in the bottom 3. Yeah. So I said they're not very good, but
you're wrong.
But they are. They're just the last 8 weeks. They're just playing like a machine.
Gelling 9 in a row.
And they got the best fullback in the competition.
Alex
Rance, he's been the best on the ground the last 3 games. But I do think they'll beat Port Adelaide. I'm taking 2-1. PH, you're watching this. Get on. You've got any TAVs up there in Cairns? Put some money on Richmond at 2-1. They'll beat Port Adelaide.
So we'll have the full report from you next Monday on that.
My jolly word.
And
they will
hopefully
win.
10 in a row. It's a better year than...
Now, you've got a rough idea. If they win next week, or when they win next, who would they be playing the winner of or whatever?
Oh, I think
the top
it's
4
the
one?
winner of the loser of the top 4.
Geelong
the loser of the top 4.
Geelong or... who's up there?
Hawthorn.
Fremantle. It could be a Fremantle. It could be another away game.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be if it's Fremantle or Sydney, you'll play Fremantle or Sydney again.
That'll be away too, isn't it?
Away.
Well, we're pretty used. We've won the last 5 games away, haven't we?
So we'll see how it goes. Any Cheerios, Barry? Give us a few.
I got a couple of Cheerios. Jerry, he was very happy to see his little sort of PH last week. He's very Jerry McGinty from not from New South Wales. Where are you? From I think it's New South Wales. I don't know. He's a Kiwi, I think. But anyway, he got the message that I was sending the wrong Cheerio, the wrong name. And PH, I told PH I would win last week, so keep following PH. We'll beat Port Adelaide next week. Of course, Annie and Carla and Lloyd and Joe Van's not very well at the moment. Not too good at all. But apart from that, that's been a lot of coverage of a lot of football today, and plenty of variety from my viewers all around the world. So it's bye for me.
Goodbye from me.
Bye bye. Half forward Steve, make sure we're keeping sucked in those rolls a couple out. We just took be smart on that, make sure we got the man around, but we didn't panic. We spoke to each other, we locked down, and then it turned our way. We said we're going to hit up all day, and that last quarter, that's what we did. We hit up those little ones and made sure we got out back side or out the back, and we just run our way. The other thing that I love is the absolute persistence. From Thursday night to the umpires, to the bounce of the ball going the wrong way, we did not stop believing in each other. We did not stop working hard to each other to swing it our way, and that was the thing that makes me really proud of you boys today. As I said, round one for us. Okay, recovery tomorrow. I think we all get around together. 10 o'clock, boys. Over 10 o'clock down at the end we go and go and watch the game. What time's the start? 5:45. Right, so we get out to jump in the water and then pop down and get behind the twos. But just make sure we really look at each other, look after each other, keep on it, enjoy it with the supporters. But lockdown was CW right on board.